Hello, today is March 22nd, 2020. In today's video, I will not share much more information about the status update of coronavirus, but I would like to discuss about my 2 cents and my personal opinions on the name of this coronavirus disease 2019. So recently, a lot of people started to call this disease, this virus, Chinese virus or Wuhan virus. I personally have no bias on this name because geographically, it is originated from Wuhan, China. And even in China, when the virus had the first outbreak in Wuhan, in some other areas of the country, of the whole nation, people started to call it Wuhan virus or Wuhan pneumonia. So, and many of my friends and my colleagues around me, they're really nice. I have never seen any bias or prejudice on myself. So, but I would like to emphasize a few points and hopefully that can help with the current situation. So first of all, I think we shouldn't really need to argue about the name of this virus right now, because the ordinary people, I think right now, should be focusing on how to share the fact and the status about the current coronavirus situation. And we should also focus on how to prevent the spreading of this virus. I think it's more importantly to argue about the name of a virus. So secondly, I would like to elucidate some of the fact that we need to separate the Chinese people from the Chinese government, and particularly the Chinese Communist Party. So during the first few weeks of this coronavirus outbreak, the CCP showed their incompetency and non-transparency. And these have led to the widespread of this coronavirus all over the world, causing a pandemic. And I personally prefer to call this virus a CCP virus, more precisely, instead of Chinese virus or Wuhan virus. So the thirdly is that since the outbreak, a lot of people from China, and including also Chinese Americans and friends, and also all over the world, and also the Asian Pacific American doctors, nurses, and medical personnel, they have spent a lot of their time and sacrificed themselves to combat the virus on the front line. So we should appreciate those people. And also, although the CCP and Chinese government tried to cover up their incompetency in early January and February, and there are a lot of honest and also decent Chinese people that are trying to spread the fact and the news about the coronavirus. For example, there is a website called G News, G like a George, gnews.org. There are a lot of fact and news that Chinese and Chinese American established to share the fact and some of the truth about what's happening in Wuhan and in China during January and February. If you haven't visited this website before, I sincerely recommend you should go check this website. There's a lot of good information about what happened and what's happening in China and all over the world on this coronavirus disease. And unfortunately, a lot of people have lost their lives and their family members so far. I feel really sorry and very sad about that, but we couldn't afford to tear apart right now. And we have to work closely together to defeat this coronavirus disease as a community. We have to keep spreading the facts and the truth of this coronavirus to other people, to our friends, to warn them about the contagiousness and the fatality about this virus. We have to help each other and be more transparent with the current situation. And with all our efforts, and I believe that I'm very confident that in the near future, this disease situation will be much better and we can save a lot of lives and people. So please, again, let's practice the sanitizing, social distancing, and start to consider wearing a face masks, all these strategies to reduce the transmission rate of this coronavirus. And again, thank you very much for your time.